Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series The Partridge Family 1970-1974 changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they look then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Ricky Stevens is Doris' own son and lives next door to Partridge. He enjoys listening to music and occasionally stops by the garage to attend Partridge's band rehearsals, which his mother is not too happy about. Played by Rick Segall. Shirley Partridge is a rather strong-minded woman who tries not to give up in the face of difficulties and began to bring up children on her own after her husband's death. She can sing well and has exquisite taste. The role is performed by Shirley Jones. Tracy Partridge is Shirley's youngest child. She gets along well with her family, but especially well with Chris. Had a good voice and could play the tambourine. Played by Susan Crowe, who died in 2015 of arrhythmogenic right ventricular dysplasia. Christopher "Chris" Partridge is one of Keith's brothers. He, like other members of his family, is a member of a musical group. He can sing vocals, but is more involved in playing the drum kit. He prefers to walk around in striped shorts. Played by Brian Forster. Reuben Kincaid became the music manager for the Partridge Family, and it was with him that their journey to fame began. He helps with hardships and worries about the safety of his clients. Played by Dave Madden, who died of myelodysplasia syndrome in 2014. Keith Partridge is Shirley's firstborn son. He is not a narcissist and often shows concern for his family, but sometimes can be implacable in some situations. Can play the lead guitar. Played by David Cassidy, who passed away from liver failure in 2017. Christopher "Chris" Partridge is the first son of Shirley and has two sisters, Lori and Tracy, with the latter of whom he is closest. He is somewhat thin and has a scattering of freckles on his face, and do some of his siblings. He was played by Jeremy Gelbwax. Punky Lazar is on pretty good terms with Danny Partridge. He can give advice to his friend or share useful information with him. Sometimes can be pessimistic, especially when it comes to surgeries. Played by Gary Dobbin, who died of bone cancer in 2016. Richard Whipple knows Lori Partridge quite well and is quite friendly with her. He likes to smile and has a rather wide and open smile, and he prefers to wear his hair shoulder length. Richard wears a watch on his left hand. He was played by Bruce Kimmel. Bonnie Kleinschmidt was romantically involved with Reuben Kincaid. She works on flights as a flight attendant and is outgoing and friendly. She has a trim physique and likes to wear about-the-knee skirts and dresses. The role is performed by Elaine Giftos. Albertson likes to attend social events, concerts, and at one such sitting near Shirley. He may wear brightly colored shirts at times and also likes to walk around in a blue baseball cap. Played by Gordon Jump, who died in 2003 from pulmonary fibrosis. Logan Mays works in the Partridge Family, doing their promotional work and organizing meetings and performance concerts. He may think he is absolutely right in his beliefs and is capable of being quite categorical at times. The role is played by Gina Conforti. Maurice Tinkler has committed petty crimes and has even been incarcerated. He's observant, capable of being resourceful, and overall is a fairly positive person who is not devoid of conscience. Played by Artie Johnson, who died of prostate cancer in 2019. Willie Larkin is the owner of the car that was driven into by Shirley. He is not distinguished by parity, is not inclined to compassion, and quite for the sake of getting money, he may resort to deceit. Played by Harry Morgan, who died of pneumonia in 2011. Hank is in prison, where the band Partridge visited with a concert. He seeks to present his lyrics to the group, which is why he goes to all sorts of tricks and tries to provoke a disease. Played by Stuart Margolin, who died of pancreatic cancer in 2022. Carol, Annette O'Toole, was in a romantic relationship with Keith. She has pleasant facial features and is good-natured and not prone to arrogance. Carol is not one to ask for frills and can be sympathetic to many things. Likes to wear a choker around her neck. Snake is the leader of the eponymous Snake gang and can handle a motorcycle quite well. He is often seen wearing sunglasses and a denim vest, and he wears several rings on his fingers. He has a tattoo on his butt and on his arm. The role is played by Rob Reiner. Laurie Metcalf is an old acquaintance of Shirley, for whom he has some feelings. He is not a poor man and is quite able to afford expensive purchases. He is tall and has a presentable appearance. Played by John McMartin, who died of cancer in 2016. Pretty girl attracts a lot of male gazes with her looks, which is why Reuben Kincaid asked her for a favor. She is not shy and loves to smile. Played by Farrah Fawcett, who passed away in 2009 from anal cancer. Marty Burns worked with the Partridge musicians for some time and served as a promoter, and he kept copies of the birth certificates of all the band members. He is notable for his responsibility, played by Bernard Fox, who died of a heart failure in 2016. Red Woodlow used to be active in singing, but now mostly sings at church. Has a strong fear of performing in front of a large audience. He knows how to play the guitar, played by William Schaller, who passed away in 2016 from peripheral neuropathy. Millionaire Sidney Rose doesn't behave like a typical rich man, but prefers to lead a somewhat reclusive lifestyle without drawing too much attention to himself. He has a long beard and hair and often changes his identity to cover himself, played by John Astin. Dory Kimmel was of romantic interest to Keith Partridge, with whom she did a sociological project. She has a good intellect and is also quite good-looking. Dory is not prone to lie, and she is not the type to lie on her husband. She was played by Brooke Bundy. Sam Simon lives with his brother in Detroit and co-owns the Firehouse Club, which has recently become somewhat unprofitable. He sometimes likes to wear patterned shorts or a white t-shirt with a vest. Has a small mustache. He was played by Louis Gossett Jr. Jerry has good-looking features, has a calm disposition, and doesn't like to make things difficult for others. He tries not to get under his feet, but sometimes he can be inattentive when in a hurry and can crash into something. The role is played by Mark Hamill. Julie Lawrence is in a close family relationship with Richard, with whom she often travels or attends events. She can be purposeful and is not used to giving up easily, especially if the person is not indifferent to her. The role is performed by Jodie Foster. Black leader Herbert Jefferson Jr. also lives in Detroit, as does Sam, with whom he is not unfamiliar and has also been in good touch with the members of Partridge. He's often seen wearing a black hat and likes to wear a rather massive necklace around his neck. Johanna Hauser, Cheryl Ladd, is in a loving relationship with Spider and has also been a romantic interest for Keith, with whom she attends the same school. She's a popular girl who can be quite dodgy, especially when she wants not to be alone at an event. Danny Partridge is one of Shirley's sons and Tracy's brother. He is in the band as a vocalist and can provide musical accompaniment. At times tends to get nervous about anything. Can play well on both electric and acoustic guitars. He was played by Danny Bonaduce. Lori Partridge is the first girl born to Shirley and is Keith's little sister. She's not stupid, can hold a conversation, and can help her loved ones in various situations. Lori can play the piano and also sings a bit as a backup singer, played by Susan Day. Feather goes to the same school as Keith Partridge and can talk to him time after time. He mostly prefers to wear simple pants and wear sweaters over shorts. He's not prone to showing aggression and is generally a pretty adequate guy, played by Larry Wilcox. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.